3 ways to make your ex miss you overnight. Check this out. Watch the whole thing all the way through, please. All the concepts are important. And by the way, if you need help with your situation, go to the Stan Store link in my bio and click the option that works for you. So the first thing you guys have to understand is and this is the first step, but it's kind of broken down into multiple layers, which is the psychology of how somebody misses you. So the very first subtle thing that you can do, so sub-step number 1, is the scarcity principle. People value what they cannot have. So when they realize that they can't have you anymore, they begin to really miss that. That's kind of the first step to them taking an action step back towards you. So the less available that you are, the more attractive you're going to be. Weird concept, because right now all you want is them, but that's how it works. The second sub-step is emotional peak theory. What is this? We remember people based off of our emotional highs and lows, okay? Now, the best thing you can do is try to trigger these emotions. Now, this isn't the easiest thing to do, but it's something that does work. So when you guys meet each other and you trigger some sort of emotion in them, right? Maybe you say something that really gets, and now you guys got to do this at the right time. Some people want to invoke these too early. You have to wait until their ears are open, so to speak. We'll get that in a second. The third sub-step is the curiosity gap. Now, when your ex doesn't know what you're doing because you've become a ghost, they start getting curious. What is Jack up to? What's Kyle up to? What are they doing? So curiosity takes over and they start watching you more and more and more. Are they dating somebody? The unknown is far more powerful than oversharing. Okay? Remember that. So part number 2. So I gave you guys the first 3 sub-steps of part 1. And this is part number 2, okay? Sub-step 1 of part 2, I know it's confusing, is to cut communication and disappear, but the right way. Pretty much do radio silence. No Instagram likes, no TikTok shares, none of that stuff. You guys have to basically become a ghost. And this is kind of the same thing, but go quiet on social media, okay? Because ghosting is also included kind of like text and calls and basically routine breaking. I want you guys to go quiet on social media as well for a little bit, all right? If you did post before you guys met, going to the gym, going to restaurants, you can post that. I want you guys to post that. That does invoke curiosity as well. But when you go ghost for a bit, it really helps. And this is the last part of the second substacks, is when you disappear from somebody's life, okay? Your ex, even though they don't want you, there's a part of them that actually will feel like something is missing. The routine, the texting, the day-to-day stuff that's really impactful goes out the window because you're not there anymore. So section 3, okay, first subsection or sub hyphen, okay, is posting irregularly. Now, this is a little bit further into the no contact, okay? But if you're going to post something cool. Like I said, when you go to a restaurant with your friends, maybe you're at the beach, post something awesome. Make it look like your life is adventurous. Now, this one is got to be done at the right time, but when you post a memory. So when you're pretty deep into no contact and say your anniversary passes, or say you post a memory or something very specific that was just shared between you and them, like a really good memory, and you end up like reposting it or posting it again, that can trigger those emotions. And you're just posting it. You're saying, I had such a great time that day. Kind of be nonchalant about what captions you use, but post it, right? You can post it on your Instagram. You can repost it, TikTok, whatever you want to do. That helps. And the last part of the section 3 sub parts is make sure you tell your mutual friends that you guys have together that you're doing really, really well. Word really does travel fast about you, okay? So you want to make sure that you're not showing that you're taking this breakup so difficult that you can't live your life anymore. So section 4, part 1 is the curiosity text, okay? This is going to ruffle a little bit of feathers, but I'll tell you something cool about this. When you say something like, hey, I just remembered something really, really funny about us, but I'll tell you in a minute because I'm about to go to work, but I wanted to get it out and say it to you. When you say that, it triggers that curiosity, like, what the hell is he talking about, right? And you're not chasing by doing this because you're not trying to sit there and go, I really want to work on us. Number one thing that all my clients say to their exes. You actually want to say stuff like that and get them to be a little bit more engaged. It gets them thinking about all the memories. Definitely book a text or phone call session before you send any of these, by the way. The second thing you can say, part 2 of section 4, is you can say, I went by this place and it made me think of us and think of you. Actually, say think of you. Because when you say think of us, it can make them think, oh, they're thinking about us being together. That's emotional obligation. That can steer people in the wrong direction. So just make sure you say, maybe think about you. Why does this work? It's light, it's fun, and sparks curiosity. Now here's one for the nostalgia creatures, okay? The next thing you want to think about is, I still listen, so quote, I still listen to that playlist that we made together, right? Or I watch those movies that you got me onto because I really love Spartacus or whatever it is, right? When you say those things, it piques that nostalgia. Oh my God, like times were actually pretty good. These are the things I get my clients to do and it works wonders. But again, remember guys, before you go off saying any of these things and blaming me because it didn't work, you have to do it at the right time. So these random compliments out of nowhere can spark curiosity, but done at the right time. I know there are gonna be some people that are like, nah, 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 right, in the comments. Again, at the right time. If you guys do this the first 2 weeks of your breakup, you're gonna get shit on all day. Section 5 is do not over text and avoid, I want you to avoid these mistakes, but the first one is do not over text. Don't share too much about what's going on with you, which creates mystery. Don't try to be one of those jealous traps. Like don't try to make your ex jealous by putting your arm around somebody of the opposite sex. You look like an idiot, okay? People who do that are trying to grasp at any kind of power they can get, and your ex will see right through that shit. If you're gonna do it, post being in a group with a bunch of people, girls and guys, right? You're out having fun, you're living your life, and your ex will be like, right? It's curious. And this is the final section, section 6, and it's about focusing on you. Guys, every coach says this, but make sure you work on yourself. But why? Yeah, you guys can see me. It literally raises your vibration. You need to raise this up. Everyone in a breakup is down here, and you want to be up here in this section here. And that's where you were when you guys first started dating, and you want to get back here. Right now, you're in desire and fear, those two especially, and you want to get back up to here. And guys, honestly, this is what always worked out for me. Probably why I'm able to make videos. But confidence is literally so fucking magnetic. It is so powerful to be a confident person. Man or woman does not matter. When you look at life in a certain way, it is so attractive. When you carry yourself in a way and you're humorous about life, no matter what hits you, that's what powerful energy is. Somebody that is just completely unwavered and focused. And it's just such an attractive thing. And I was always able to get this to come out, but sometimes it took a little bit of work. And when you get to that point of just unwavering confidence, oh my God, the opposite sex loves you. So even if your exes will come back to you because they'll go out there and test the field, grass won't be greener. And they'll be like, man, that Kyle dude was at least he had that confidence. Now, especially us young fellas, I'm not young anymore. I'm youngish. But back in my 20s, I had nothing to be confident about. So fellas, especially you, I want you guys to work on your purpose and your mission, because when you're focused on your mission and your purpose, and you start to get some gradual growth in that, like when my marketing agency started taking off, dude, it gave me this sense of like actual abundance and power that I'd never had before. And you become this beacon for people to like look up to. Okay. And that's why I started making videos, and that's why I have all the followers I do. So I love you guys. If you guys need help, book a session.